Okay, back with video 5 of creating a dynamic workbook index. I think that I'm going to wrap up with just a couple topics. We're going to do a auto open macro. What I want this file to do is every time I open this Excel file, I want it to open up to the index page. That's done with a macro called auto open, which tells Excel, when you open, do this. Second, we're going to put the name of the file up here. One of the things I like doing is having a header on my index that shows me what file that this index actually is, and it's right in front of me on my worksheet. And then lastly, on all the sheets, we want to put a return to index hyperlink. So no matter what sheet I'm on, it's easy to jump back to my index. So let's go. First, we're going to do the auto open. And I'm going to give you links to this, but this is the macro. You can see that the name is auto open. Now in this case it's referring to an index sheet, so I'm going to tweak that a little bit because our index, as it says here, sheet named index revised as appropriate. So I'm going to copy that macro, Control C to copy. I'm going to come into Developer, Visual Basic, back to our modules, and you'll see that it's open in module 2, so I'm just going to go right here. I'll put it in module 2, go Control V, and I'm going to change the name of this to the name of our index sheet, which is index, and I want it to go to A1 when it opens. So close this. Let's give that a shot. So I'm going to come back here to O3, Control S to save the file, and let me close it, and when I open it, you'll see that it goes to A1 of my sheet index. Okay, so that's one. That's done. Now I want to put a header here, and I like it to spread across my index, so I select the first row and I do home. I like to center and center. Actually, I didn't need to do that because what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge and center. Center, and I'm going to merge. Click OK. I then give it a color, kind of match the table. Let's try and do that. Okay, now what I want to do is there's a formula, and it's kind of a complicated formula, so I don't know the formula, but I'm going to show it to you. There it is. So you'll have access to this as well. I'm going to copy this formula, and one of my tricks is I always have reference to formulas that I find complicated and don't want to remember, so I paste it in, and there it is. It returns my name. Okay, and I'm going to make that white, bold, and now I have the file name in my file. Let's save that. So the last thing I want to do is all the sheets I want to have a return to index link. So I'm going to go to the first sheet here, go out here to G, let's type in return to index, and then I want to insert a hyperlink for this, and that is just Control K, and I want to place in this document, and I want it to come back to the index. So notice the text that will be displayed is returned index. The cell reference is A1 on my index sheet. Okay, and then I want to copy this. So I have my returned index. I'm going to select that. I'm going to copy it. Then I come back here to my next sheet, hit Control, go all the way to the end. So all my sheets are grouped, and I'm in cell G, just Control V. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to return all the way to the front and select Sheet List and Escape. Then I'm going to save it, and now if I go to my return to my index, let's click on any sheet, returned index, any sheet, returned index. There you go. Hope this helps, and that you're off and started on building your own dynamic workbook index. Once you build one, you'll be applying it to many, many more of your personal Excel workbooks. Good luck.